Time for another stock review. This time we are talking NXU. We're talking batteries today, bit of technology. We like this kind of stuff. This is one of our favorites here on the show. Technology, we bring AI to humans. We reach out and we go, bing, get a little electric shock. Ever done that? It happens to me all the time. Maybe it's just because I'm so electric. I don't know. Anyway, it happens to me when I make the bed. Touch the bed and the curtain, then I get an electric shock. Anyway, that's what we're talking about today. Now, on this video, it's going to be the most honest review you've ever seen because I'm not in the stock. I only own the S&P 500, so you know that my reviews are honest and real. I'm completely impartial and unbiased. We also have Meet the CEO series. We're creating groups around it. I'll come on to that in a moment. But we're going to look at the balance sheet, the profit, the loss, the solvency score, the profitability score, inside trading, who's buying, who's selling, the latest news around the stock. We're going to show you what the company website is all about, latest news from the website. Look at all this. What's the product all about? What does it do? Can you make money from the stock? Can you actually make money? Is it undervalued? Who's buying on the inside? What's the latest trends? All of that is going to be covered in this video. Okay, shall we get straight into it? Yes, why not? Tap the like button and also please do subscribe if you like this content. Now, if you are an investor in NXU or perhaps you work at the company or you're the CEO, you might like to form a group, particularly investors. You might like to produce a group called something like reddit.com/NXU ML, Martyn Lucas Investor, perhaps, or just reddit.com/NXU. Maybe you want to do that and build a community. And if you're one of my members, I will provide you with the content to put on your channel, and that way you can build a community around the stock. I'll provide you the earnings, the reports, the analysis, breaking news, and we can build a community around your stock. And then that way the company will get to hear about us. You can invite them via investor relations or just tag the videos in social media, and before you know it, they're calling me up and saying, "Can we be on the show?" That's how we've had all the other CEOs on the show up to now, and there's many more lined up in the coming months and years ahead. Okay, so let's go into the stock without further ado. Let's get straight into it. NXU, what is it doing, and should we buy this stock? Well, the stock opened back here in 2022. Now, of course, it says 4,516. It never was that amount. What's happened here is it's had reverse splits. So the price now is at 73 cents. So it's been reverse split many, many times, which then back trends to here and says it was 4,500. Well, of course it wasn't. It's had reverse splits. It may have had many to remain on the index, because anything under $5, it's a penny stock. Anything under $1 gets delisted and becomes over the counter, and then no one's buying it. No one's paying any attention to it. So it has to get back above $1 again. Otherwise, it goes delisted, and that's not good for any investor. So you can see it's probably happened here several times over the last few years. We've seen this on many occasions. However, the stock has been, if we go over the last 3 months, it's been still trending down, continually down 76% just over the last 3 months. This company could be at the edge of bankruptcy. We'll find out in a minute when we look at the balance sheet and see if it's worth an investment. Anyway, not looking good so far, let's be honest. Anyway, NXU is a technology company which engaged in the manufacture of battery cells and battery packs for use in energy storage systems and megawatt charging stations. Well, very trendy, very current. We like all that. Maybe this is something we could be interested in. Let's carry on. It focuses on the battery cell and pack technologies, energy storage solutions, charging infrastructure, platform, and medium duty. Now, straight away, it comes to mind Tesla does this, and another leader in this field would be enphase Energy. So they can buy this company out in a heartbeat, or not even, just beat it on everything. So be very careful if you're going to buy a company like this. You might prefer an ETF, which does a load of battery type companies, or you might just be interested in Tesla, or you might just be interested in enphase Energy, which already is in this sector. Anyway, let's carry on going. electric mobility solutions and over-air cloud management encompassed by subscription-based models. The company was founded by Mark Hanchett on November the 9th, 2016, and is headquartered in Arizona. The listed name is NXU. Okay, now then, 100% maintenance if you're buying this on margin, so it's very, very high risk. Mark Hanchett is the CEO. So Mark, we'd love to have you on the show, learn more about you. We've had several battery companies actually on the show. We've got a couple. We got one, I think one next week. So we'd love to hear from you and learn about your company. 93 employees. 27 million is the market cap. Price to earnings ratio, we have no information. 52-week low, 70 cents. 52-week high, 129. So it's continually trending down. 1.7 million. No margin, no volume here, no volume at all. So that means that you might want to sell the stock and have to sell it for lower because no one's prepared to pay the price for what you want. However, let's look at the earnings. Earnings since 2023 have been moving up significantly. Like, if really significantly. We've got 3 earnings here. The next earnings is April the 1st. In a couple of weeks, if we get a lot of viewers from this, maybe a Reddit group gets set up, NXU, ML, investor, or whatever it might be. This stock could trend. We'll rank number 1 for it, I'm sure. Whereas we rank number 1 for most of the stocks like we cover. This could do well, and we could get a lot of it, if it does well on earnings, because look at it. It was losing money, halved its loss there, and now expected to perhaps become cash positive on the next earnings. Well, that would be massive if that happened. Cash positive from where we are today would most certainly drive the stock up. Most certainly. Who else are we buying the stock with? The worst stock on the stock market. Mullen. Reverse splits more times than I've had hot dinners. Dave Mitchery's gone bankrupt at least 5 or 6 times. Keeps doing the same thing. Just takes people's money. Awful, awful, awful. And that's the sort of people that are investing in this company. So we've got gamblers here, which doesn't mean it's bad stock. It just means we've got high volatility. Faraday, they're definitely going bust. Nikola, well, I'm kind of bullish on that stock now, I have to say. They've had some really bad fortune with their founder in prison, God knows what else, but their new management are much better, and their presentation is much better, and their outlook is much better than it was. Camber Energy, I don't know. I've not done this one. And Canoe, you've got all sorts of rumors about Apple buying them out. That's been going on forever. There's no evidence of it. Just people like to put it on Reddit. So if you are creating a Reddit channel and you're going to include my content, please keep it honest and real. I'm not interested in being part of some gang which just promotes false information. That is not for me. All right, not for me at all. Okay, let's scroll along. And so there you go. Potentially, this is, if that does beat, that's a massive upswing. That could be really, really good for the stock if that happens. Anyway, let's go and have a little look. Can we make money from this stock? Well, we are talking AI and batteries and technology. Let's see if we can make money from this company. Okay, see if it's worth an investment. Let's go and look at the website right now, first of all, and before we come on to the news. This is the website. Please tap the like button and also subscribe and ring the bell. Share this out to your friends and anybody else that might want to invest in this company. Right, amplify your business. Whether you're a business owner looking to provide high-end charging services to customers or your fleet requires high-powered consistent charging, NXU One offers versatile and powerful charging solutions. Order yours today. Right, I'll have a bit of power. I'll have some charging power. Plug me in. Plug me in. There's the app that powers it all. Okay, great. Let's scroll on down. That's a big black box. No idea what that is, but it looks good, right? Looks good. Let's focus on the job in hand here. There you go. You can see how we can power at factories. You can see how we can return power to the grid. That's what's happening there, and take power from the grid to charge. That's what we're looking at there, obviously. Then we can provide the power from green energy like wind and solar. Put that into the system. Plug that back into the grid. Share it out. Take it out the other end. That's just me interpreting these pictures, right? At home, we're plugging in the car. We got our batteries on the wall there. There's our NXU batteries. Great. We're at the office, plugging in our cars. You get the idea. I think we all get the idea, right? A NXU way to electrify your life. I love it. They've got the cell, the cube 1, and 120 cubes. I want the 120 cubes. So if NXU is watching right now, send me one of these. Let's power the studio from a giant battery. I'd love it. Okay. All right. You can see it there put into a drivetrain. That looks like the underneath of a car. Doesn't take rocket scientists to predict that, does it? All right. Okay. Look at the latest news just out. Just a week or so ago. March the 5th, NXU makes history as the first reported third-party charging system to harness Tesla's Cybertruck 800-volt architecture. Very, very good. Innovative breakthrough positions NXU as an industry pioneer in high-speed EV charging. All right, a domestic technology company specializing in innovative EV charging and energy storage solutions proudly announces a groundbreaking achievement. The company has successfully harnessed the full power of the Tesla Cybertruck's 800-volt architecture, setting an industry precedent. Building on the recent milestone of the successful charging of a Tesla Cybertruck at the NX1 charging station, the NXU team embarked on an ambitious testing phase. I apologize for looking to the left. I have to, because they've used such small text. I'm using a mirror screen. Otherwise, I can't see. That's just how it is. The industry's only universal dual technology solution for public charging resulted in a significant accomplishment, a remarkable 327 kilowatt charging rate, maximizing the Tesla Cybertruck's capabilities. So this can trend and do well on the back of the Cybertruck. Good news. I like it. Mark Hanchett, founder, chairman, and CEO of NXU, expressed pride in the team's achievements, stating, "The NXU team has worked incredibly hard to validate the charging power of our NXU1 charging system in real-world scenarios. We believe we've created one of the fastest charging units available today. And now we have the data to substantiate those claims. Our aim is to enhance the EV charging ecosystem and by providing reliable and fast charging solutions to make model or size of EV for every make or size of EV. The Cybertruck charging sessions are a huge step towards realizing that goal." Very, very good. That's a great bit of news. I'm sure you'll agree. So, talking about Tesla, we could be charging our Tesla as it zips down the road, but particularly our Cybertruck. You like that? Yes, we like that. Of course we do. All right. Have you tapped the like button so far? Have you subscribed yet? During the making of this, have you set up an NXU Reddit channel? Have you done that? You probably should have done by now. That way you can maximize this, and let's build an NXU community. All right. Okay. Let's now look at the numbers. At the end of the day, if it doesn't make sense from the numbers point of view, it doesn't matter how many Teslas we get to charge coming down the road. What we do need to do is know if it can make us some money. So can we turn the money printer on and get the money flowing in? Well, let's have a look. Here we go. So the intrinsic value, let's have a look at it. We are showing a base case of 59% undervalued. Undervalued right now. A best case is 61%, and worst case scenario, 58% at $1.75. Okay. Now, with this valuation of intrinsic valuation does have a warning because there's no DCF valuation available. We don't have it. So we can't rely on this completely as a way to decide whether we should buy it. Basically, the warning is a persistent overvaluation. A persistent overvaluation. We cannot say this is correct and we can buy this stock on this alone. But it's nice to see it. But it isn't a full. If we only use that alone, we are gambling a bit. So we have to be very, very careful if we're using that as a full guide. Anyway, this is what's interesting. The financials, blimmin' heck. Financials, 120,000 revenue. When was this? Right, just recently, their revenue was 120,000. Extremely low revenue. Flipping heck. Wow. That's not very good to say the least. Anyway, we are expecting a S-curve over the next couple of years, though, which is nice. We're about to hear from the earnings. Will we get some information? I hope so, because that revenue is nothing. But at least they're not losing money. At least there is some revenue. Operating income is up 6%. Okay, operating income is up 6%. Still negative, but up. Net income is up 9%. Again, still negative, still losing money, but we are up 9%. Operating cash flow is down 0.7%. Investing cash flow is up 6%. That's negative. And financing cash flow is minus 4%. That's negative as well. Okay, 8.2 million in assets. 8.2 million in assets. This is a very, very small company. 8 million in assets. 2 million's cash though. But let's see, 12 million liabilities, upside down balance sheet. That's why the stock is so low. This could be, if we've got all debt now, then this could be a bankruptcy situation. 12.5 million. Long-term debt, 1.5 million. 1.5 million long-term debt. Long-term debt equates to 11%. So their long-term debt is not excessive, but it's 1.5 million, and we do have 2 million in cash. So technically, we're not going to go bust. We can pay off our debts. We have 2 million in cash. We owe 1.5 million. But the liabilities are 12.5 million. That's because we've got accounts payable and accrued liabilities. And other things all stacking up here. Non-current liabilities, 7 million. Yeah, we've got a few bills here to pay. So it's not a good balance sheet. But they can clear their debt, but not looking that great. Gross margins. Well, as you can see, they're losing money on their sales. Their margins are awful. But dear oh dear, not looking that good, is it? Profitability, there you go, let's see, 21%. They're making no money. Exceptional return ROE, but negative income, negative net income, negative ROIC is all bad. Profitability doesn't get much lower than this. Low DE is good, negative net debt is good, long-term solvency is no good, and short-term solvency is no good. 31%. They're not going to go bust immediately, but they are running out of money. They're going to need to raise. They've reverse split probably. I don't know, but they've reverse split before several times. It looks like they're going to need to do it again. Can they compete? There's some good news around this Cybertruck. However, is there going to be much call for the Cybertruck? Yeah, it's not going to ramp up for a couple of years. It is going to ramp up. The Cybertruck's great, and you want a fast charging facility. But of course, Tesla will take care of that. It's great that they've got that announcement. But how much, I would like to ask, if they were on my show, I would like to ask how much do they think the Tesla Cybertruck deal with the charging deal is going to impact their bottom line to get them through, because their solvency score is okay for now. But they're running out of money, and they're going to need to raise. Surely they're going to come to the shareholder. No Wall Street targets at all. Insiders are selling. No buying. 8.6%. No short squeeze. Just negative pressure. And that's it. No news. We will rank for this. We will rank for it and draw some attention to it. But unfortunately, I can't give this a very good report. I would like to, but I can't. I cannot give this a good report. I wish I could, but I'm not going to be able to. So let me give it my final thoughts. It's not going to be good, I'm afraid. Let's present my final thoughts for you. A lot of debt, an upside down balance sheet, good news on the Cybertruck, but I don't think that's going to benefit the stock anytime soon. I think they could run out of money before the Cybertruck ramps, and that part of their business does well. They have short interest, but not much. We're not going to get a short. We're not going to get a short squeeze, but we are going to get downward pressure. The margins are really awful. The revenue is nothing. Intrinsic value, potentially, it's undervalued. I wouldn't buy this. I can't give this a buy. If you are a gambling man and you think the stock is low, with an earnings coming up, there's always opportunity to get something, perhaps. But with their debt position and with their margins and with the fact that the Cybertruck thing is great, but it's too far out, I have to say this is not a buy for me. I couldn't suggest that this would be a buy. I have to say it's a little bit too far gone, I think. But with an earnings coming up, there's always opportunity. So I wouldn't touch it, but maybe you feel there's some opportunity here for you. All right. Click above my head for all the links. If you want my alpha spread, all my members can get it for free, or a premium service as well, which you get a lifetime discount for. Makes my membership for free. Down here in the description, you'll find more links. And over here, you'll find the extra channel as well. We run the extra channel 24 hours a day soon. So already running 12 hours a day, and you want to be part of the family and keep up to date, you can. There you go. And over here, more reviews. And invite the CEO on the show, and we'd love to have them on the show. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.